It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King. Queen3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. Queen3 and King, we the team, it's going down. We the talk of the town, it's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns, it's going down. Tune in now, it's going down. It's Queen3 and King on BS3 Network.
All right. You know what time it is. You know the vibe. It is time for Queen3 and King. Still in for the King podcast. And listen, we down a couple of players, but we still gonna win this one right here. So
absolutely.
Without further ado, let me introduce the queens or let them introduce themselves. We'll start with marvelous Queen Mika.
Good evening.
She in the singing mode. You better quit. I'm gonna have you do the national anthem or something. You better quit.
It definitely is.
How great thou art, or something. We're gonna have an A and B selection. Sister Mika, go ahead, Sister Mika.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And without more further ado, we've got the illustrious, anointed.
Baba.
Alicia, Queen Lee.
Hello, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful people.
Oh man, coming in right now. As soon as he get his mic right. The brothers is gonna help me out because I need some backup. Let me tag him in real quick.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
yes, we can.
Oh, this
We
is
about
dumb.
to introduce you, dog. You can't hear nothing? And I can't rib him because he's a comedian and you know he'll get me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let that be
Mike right. Magic Mike. You know, is he froze?
He froze like this.
Like
he froze like, damn.
We'll kick him out, let him come back in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put him on reset.
Comedians.
I learned the hard way that you don't go at comedian, whether they're your friends, whether you sit in the front row of the comedy club, whatever you do, whatever they say, take that to the car. Cry in the car. Because, bro, they got material that they save just for people like me trying to say something. So
material for days.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Hold up.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
You said, hold on.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Watch this.
You know how you really trying to figure out something? Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. He froze again.
While he doing that, let me get it my Noop on real quick.
Yeah.
Noop held it down last week.
That's what y'all call it. That's what y'all call it.
Noop held it down last week. I had friends and family talking about how Noop got up under y'all skin last week. He's like, oh, he had them gals ready to fight.
Really?
You know y'all was a little salty.
Never salty.
You sure?
No, we just have a good time.
Y'all was a little heated.
I just wanted him to understand that I would take that bus driver.
Y'all wasn't making no sense though.
How?
Oh, this is old.
Mike,
you can't hear us?
On his first Zoom during
Put you some headphones in. Can you hear me now?
Don't do that.
Oh, this is so old to me. Like, I don't know what y'all doing.
Sign language.
What?
He said what?
I can't even hear y'all. I'm just.
Mike, go out and come back in.
He put him in the waiting room.
I'm kicking him out one more time. Maybe if he
got to go to the green room to figure out.
Listen, while we waiting on Mike, because I can't even get into the intro until we get Mike on. So we got to kind of talk about how y'all got cooked last week. Mika was.
You ain't got to talk about that.
Mika was a little hot. Mika was a little hot. Now, I mean, I went back and looked at it. Mika was a little hot. She was a little swole.
Was she?
What made you swole, Mika? What did he say that kind of got you?
Everything.
I mean,
woo! I appreciated the dialogue. It was
a good dialogue.
It was interesting dialogue.
You know what's crazy is my phone just verbally typed everything that I just said, and I'm just like, nah, I can't send this to the associate minister.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
can't.
delete all of this. It's got my Noop on there. It's got Mika was salty. This is crazy. Delete. Okay. All right. So y'all do realize whether y'all want to admit it or not, y'all got standards, just like the lady had when it came to the bus driver, right?
Is there anything wrong with having
Nothing. I just wanted to make sure y'all understood y'all were with her.
But I think the problem I have is being with her. She, like, I've seen plenty of her interviews and just her conversation. I don't want to be associated with it. And I think that's really where I'm like, no, please don't say that we're acting like her, because sis is very like, it gotta be this way, that way. And I am not that person at all. I am not that
you got saved by the bell, because I have been waiting for this queen to come back for a long time.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear y'all.
Okay. All right. So you
Mike
already
has
said good
problems.
things. And without further ado, I want to introduce the Queen of Queens, Queen Nikki.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. I missed y'all last week.
Hey.
We missed you. We missed you. We
Good conversation.
We were just talking about why Mika got ran hot, because she was hot. Ooh, she was hot.
Why?
Because she got called out by Eric Butler.
About Eric Butler. Oh yeah, Yana told me that she did.
Yeah, she got checked. She got chin checked. Like, okay, I said.
Baby, I almost choked.
Okay.
It was all good conversation. Good,
and Alicia refuses to admit that she is not exactly like the lady that wouldn't date the bus driver.
Because I'm not.
They live on the same street. They live on
no, we don't.
And they're not even in the same neighborhood. They on the same side of the same street. Okay.
I'm gonna say this one more time. What is wrong with if he wants to be the bus driver? I want him to be the best bus driver.
Nothing. Okay, real quick. Let me tell you what happened.
I always want my significant other to be the best at whatever you're gonna put your mind to.
I had a young lady that saw the show, and she said, "Mr. AJ, maybe what she was trying to say is she gonna have him looking right when he gonna be the best looking bus driver. He gonna have the best lunch. He gonna have the best car in the garage. He gonna be just top shelf. Now he might be the lowest on the totem pole, but he gonna look good.
He gonna set the standard for bus drivers. How about that?
Everybody gonna be wanting to swap sandwiches with him because Lily gonna be making them top shelf
made
sandwiches.
a big old sandwich. Okay.
We're gonna try Mike one more time. Mike, we waiting on you. Big Mike, what's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear y'all.
You can't hear us?
Oh man, it ain't working.
Like, this is the oldest thing I've ever done. Yeah. Okay,
so I'm gonna type you a private mail. He can't hear me. Mike, try some headphones.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's something with his connection on that side.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And he ruining my chance for an Emmy Award. So
not an Emmy Award.
Yeah, trying to get that Marconi. Okay. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take him down while he get that. And then as soon as he comes back, we can play the clip of what we're gonna talk about tonight.
Please.
Okay.
So, and I know y'all thought I was gonna play, the lunch break jingle or whatever it is.
You are. Let's do it. Let's do it now.
Okay, hold on.
Perfect time. Before we introduce the topic.
Hold on.
Now you better not go do nothing funny. Play that commercial.
I'm gonna play that commercial, and y'all ain't gonna never have to worry about me again. All right, we'll be right back right after this technical break.
For Steph Curry, Tim Anderson, Jordan Alvarez, and it's caught. Debo Samuel with the catch.
Michael Jordan can sense.
The Fro just got the king.
BS3 Network. The hottest of hot takes. The coldest of cold, hard facts. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
See, no. As soon as that came in, I knew it wasn't your stuff.
What?
Because I was ready for the we ready. We ready. We ready. Oh, yeah.
Mike, we're ready for you. Are you ready for us, Mike? Can you hear us?
I don't know what's happening. It just started working. And then as soon as I came back, I don't know. Hold on.
Doc, we thought you had left to get some headphones and stuff.
Let's see. Here you go.
Can you hear us, Mike? Mike.
He doing some switcheroos.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mikey. You eat anything, Mikey. Nicole, you like that commercial that we just played, right?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
It was good.
It's
He's
Nicole's night.
supposed to play his commercial.
It's Queen Nicole's night, so whatever she says goes.
I don't know about that.
She won all last week, so she gets to run the show tonight.
You best to play that commercial.
Who said that like that? With all that bass in their voice. I almost sat down.
Me.
Boy, if you go sit down somewhere. Yes, ma'am. Mike, can you hear us?
I don't
Mike!
think he can.
Well, if you're not going to play the commercial, you guys, I'm just going to say, please support the Lunch Break Sports Show with our very own AJ Jones, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on BS3 Network. You can hit it on Roku. You can hit it on YouTube, Facebook. It's everywhere. Please support our good dude, AJ, since he will not play the commercial.
And look at him just looking around.
Oh, you didn't? That wasn't you?
All my life.
I had to fight. You had to fight.
And you told me I had to play that commercial.
We did.
We're gonna try Mike one more time, and then I got to go to the jingle, Mike. I got to go to the jingle, Mike. Mike!
I don't even know. It seemed like y'all having a good topic, too.
We're having a great topic.
I don't really want to get into this.
It's litty lit.
Really.
It's lit.
I'm just going off y'all head movement. I don't know what's being said, but y'all head movement say
Says
it's
it all,
interesting.
huh?
Did you get headsets? Did you?
He put them in, and they weren't working.
I got one in.
Got them.
It just ain't working. I don't know.
It's just not working.
It started working and then all right. Y'all just go ahead and I'm gonna just listen.
We can't
Add nothing. I can't hear you, but it'll start working in a minute.
But our good dude is going to have a show this weekend. Mike James, while you can see his face.
Yeah.
He's going to have a show this weekend in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
My brother going to be out there doing the food with him and Godfrey. I am so jealous. I hope we don't have to go bail him out.
Right.
We hope not.
If you do,
and
you go
we hope that Mike is still married after the weekend. Because
yes.
Listen.
Because if he hanging with my brother, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Mike is not newly married, is he?
No.
Okay, then Mike know what he's doing. Yeah, Mike know what he's doing. Yeah.
Well, we pray because
Mike
that King Dog.
And Mike ain't gonna let King Dog mess it up.
Some other ish.
I promise you. Y'all just take the big purse for the bailout, though.
Yeah.
For the bailout. All right, listen, we got to go ahead and hit the thing because Facebook user said, "Damn, Mike." I'm like, you know, I want to help the brother come back. Okay,
Facebook user.
This is the topic for tonight. This is what we're talking about tonight.
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter. All right, she wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Now, she's set to be married on August the 8th. And for the past 6 months, that's all her mother been talking about doing. Being occupied with, being consumed most of their time. Now, her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her. Not her education, not child support, which is partly her mother's fault because, you know, she didn't fight for that. And I guess that's just what the settlement was. And he only around to make promises. I do that for you. I do this for you, and then take off. And then she'd be heartbroken. But she adores her father, right? So, like I said, she's set to be married in August. And the wedding venue, I told them they can have it in my home. The wedding venue can hold about 250 people, right? Now I said, hey, I got a list of 20 people that I want to come to the wedding. I'm paying for this at my house. I want these 20 people to come. Do y'all know Saturday, I see one of my friends at the golf course, right? He's supposed to come to the wedding. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna see you at the wedding, right? He said, I only got an announcement. I didn't get an invite. I'm like, nah. I'll let my girlfriend and stepdaughter know to send out the invitations on these few people, and you're supposed to get an invite. He said, I got something, but it was an announcement. So we walked to his car because I want to check, right? And sure enough, it was an announcement. So I went and talked to my girlfriend and said, did you invite those 20 people to the wedding that I told you about? Man, she didn't invite none of them. She said 250 people was a little tight, and I don't think we can get your 20 people in there. Man, I was pissed. And the people that were supposed to come, they pissed as well. Then she gonna say if any of the people that we already invited don't RSVP, then we'll get some of your people in here. I'm like, what? Man, that's crazy, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I'll just be mad. All right? So now, the crazy part about it is, when I check the invitations, they don't even have my name on them. They have her real daddy and her on the invitation that I paid for. I paid for these invitations. How you got a real daddy on there, her mama on there? Cool. Couple days later, I'm hosting the venue at my house, hosting the wedding family at my house, okay? It's me, stepdaughter, girlfriend, groom, and their parents, right? Trying to help everybody get real acquainted. Then a surprise guest shows up, my stepdaughter's real daddy. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. He probably just coming to the wedding, right? But tell me why my stepdaughter proceeds to stand up and announce that her real daddy is giving her away at the wedding. What? The wedding that I'm paying for, that in my house, the daddy don't do nothing for you, is giving you away? Oh, and they were just so happy and smiling. Oh, yay, great. Inside, I was fuming. Inside, I wanted to cry or punch somebody. Probably want to do both, honestly.
All right. That's the topic. First of all, Mike.
Yeah, I can hear. I'm good now. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I gotta understand, man. I'm getting old. That was terrible.
What a baby doll at? It's probably because you ain't got that baby doll. Oh, there it is. I'm really that baby doll stay that close to you. When
it's always sitting here. Like, I wish you could see this place, man. This is crazy.
No. Don't let us see it.
Yeah. What's up with y'all, man?
To this topic, real quick.
Yeah.
What's up?
We got a couple of comments from about last week's show. And somebody said nothing wrong with having standards. Just make sure what you are asking for, you can provide for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So while y'all got standards for the bus driver, somebody gonna have some standards for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And we want
that should be a two-way street. You should have standards. You should be able, anything that I'm asking my man to provide for me, trust and believe I can go do it myself. I just choose to rely on the man in my life to be the head of the household.
I got you.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. All right. Remember when I was saying y'all on the same street, on the same side of the street? My noob say they not on the same planet, but they definitely in the same galaxy.
All right, Eric, gone. You got it out one more time because we ended the week with some good conversation. Don't mess it up.
All right, we got a ton of comments coming in about the video. So there it is. The man said he paid for college for the stepdaughter. He's buying cars. He's buying everything because dad ain't doing nothing but dropping in, getting hopes up, and then breaking hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But the stepdaughter decided that she was going to have the birth father give her away. And the stepfather decided, well, if you're going to do that, I ain't paying for Nathan. Big Mike, since you had the hardest time getting in, what's your first initial thoughts on this thing right here?
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. What's the mama situation? What she look like?
Well, what's interesting, he said what she looked like. Nicole, help me
Well,
with that.
I think that's important. I think that's important to what's
What-
making me what's making me want to do this. I need to know what she's talking about. Well, first of all, that's a big commitment.
Okay. Nikki, let me come over to you. Let me come over to you. Is stepdaddy wrong? Is mama wrong? Or is baby girl wrong?
Which one?
I put all three: stepdaddy, mama, or baby girl.
Did you say me?
No, I said Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind of tough. Because of the fact that he did raise her and provided for her and putting her through college and all that good stuff.
40
and
girl.
he's been playing,
he's been
playing the role of the father. And if daddy, the biological dad, is not in her life or does not help her with anything, but yet he wants to have that shine on wedding day, that's just hard for me. Simply because of the fact that he's provided for you while your daddy wasn't doing anything for you. He just basically was a donor. So I don't know. I think that in my situation, and I'm going to do it like this because I had a situation like that too. I had my first two kids. My husband is not their biological dad.
Okay.
But he raised them from ages when they was 3 on up to now, and now the grandbabies. And my daughter didn't have her dad walk her down the aisle because he was never there for her. All he did was disappoint them. So she asked my husband to walk her down the aisle because that's who was actually the father, who played the role of a father.
I saw comment.
Yeah, I saw it when it popped up. We see you. We see your picture and your name.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And Auntie is right. There's some deadbeat dads out there.
You ain't incognito tonight. We see you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to laugh out loud, but that tickled me.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really tough.
Okay. All right. And thank you for sharing from your personal experience. Mika.
Yeah.
You ain't said nothing yet.
Alicia made me laugh. She said deadbeat ass daddies don't deserve to be
recognized. And
shit.
Right. Period.
In my opinion, I'm with what Anguita said, but I have to focus on the child as well. Sometimes the child wants stepfather there and creating memories, walking me down the aisle. Like maybe that's something they think will bridge that relationship or will help them come together. And I have to think about it in every aspect. If my child asks the daddy to walk him down the aisle, guess who walked him down the aisle? But if y'all both, want to have something to do with it, and if you both want to be responsible adults, both walk down the aisle.
I don't think that was an option. I don't think that was an option. And this is kind of what I want to get to, because I'm in my feelings on this one. I've been that stepdaddy. I was with a young lady from the time she was a little baby to the time she graduated from high school. Guess who did not get invited to the graduation?
Who?
I was dance team dad and everything. I'm taking you to your practices and everything I can, but did not get invited to graduate. But here's my thing. Here's the one thing that nobody seems to be catching on this. Why didn't the mother and the daughter have a conversation with
both?
The dad?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That was going to be my point too.
You can avoid a whole lot of confusion when we sit down and we say, this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. I understand if you feel like
Right.
you're not going to do this and not going to do that as a result of, we still want you to, but here's why we, mom and daughter, want to do this. I think that would have avoided this whole situation.
But even if they had have talked to him about it, do you really think that would have changed things? And his feelings would still be what they were.
So they might have been, but he got blindsided.
Yeah,
Remember, he said he talked to his friend, and his friend didn't get an invitation. He got a notice. So he kind of peeped something was going on because old girl decided that, you know, this 250 room place you built, you rented, we can't get all our friends in it plus your 5. So he kind of peeped something was going on then. Right. And then the rehearsal dinner, daddy walking in there like he didn't get the address from nobody. He got it from somebody.
Right.
The date and time. So there were a lot of things that happened that could have been resolved with a conversation.
Yeah. Not only a conversation from all 3 of them, but specifically a conversation between him and the mother, because that's who, you know, he's in the relationship with. And if you watch the entire video, he was actually never married to the mother. That was just his girlfriend.
They was just checking, yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of folks have been focusing on that. Why didn't he marry the mother? So now you don't have rights as a father.
But I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just kind of throwing that part of the conversation out. So go ahead and finish your thought on him having not married the mother.
He didn't marry the mother, but I think that he came into it with expectations of, I'm just going to take this role on and I'm going to be her father. And it sounds like the mother wasn't denying any of that. So I get his frustration 100%.
Absolutely.
But you also have to have a conversation about what the expectations are. I don't think there was ever a clear line of communication on what his position was in the family, because they just showed him with this big event that's happening in her life that he means absolutely nothing to them. They didn't consider him in the equation.
Right.
They put food on the menu that he's allergic to. They didn't invite the 20 people he asked. They wanted him to pay for it all. Like that, it was no respect. Even if her mom is like, "Oh, well, you're ruining her day for her." Well, you didn't consider him in that at all. Like he should reconsider his relationship with that mother too.
Yeah,
right.
Let me throw this one up.
I don't know. It just sounds like it just wasn't any communication whatsoever.
I feel that though. Man, F that relationship. I feel it.
And Mike, I was gonna come back to you on this. So you know, I'm not trying to put us head and shoulders above anybody else, but we men. If I'm in the house, I'm here. You know, we live together, whatever.
Right.
I'm treating everybody in the house like we're family, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So we're not putting 2 cartons of milk in the refrigerator. That's mine. That's yours. We not, you know, we ain't splitting stuff up. We family. We are one whole family.
All in.
So how does it become you are the pay the man when it comes to something like this, and when it comes to that tuition of $40,000, but you can't get a conversation and say, baby, here's what baby girl really wants to do. She's afraid to tell you that, but here's what she really wants to do. As a man, how would you have handled that if she said it to you like that?
I would start with like the school I sent her to, see if I could get some type of voucher or something to get that tuition back. I would start there. I don't know how that works or who you talk to about that. I need something. Yeah, I just need something on it. You know what I mean?
If you drop a class at a certain time, you get a certain percentage
okay.
for that money.
Just something. I need something on it. But yeah, I'm gonna need the pops to come up off something. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that I ain't gonna do anything. No, I ain't gonna pay nothing, but somebody got to put something on it. A little. I'm gonna need at least half from the pops.
I was gonna say not 5, but half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna need at least a quarter from the moms. I'm gonna need at least a quarter. which brings me back to how does she look? Because that could kind of change how I feel about that
Y'all may
percentage.
be able to work something out, huh?
Not how she looks.
Yeah.
Every time you ask that, I think of that skit with Martin Lawrence when he said
Mm-hmm.
somebody was so fine that you go work it out. Whatever it is,
Yeah.
you go
No
work it out.
doubt.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like if she like that, then yeah, I mean, all right, you know what, let me pay this little weak ass wedding. You know what I mean? Just I might do something like that. But yeah, if she ain't even married, that brings another element into it. It's like
That
because if we married, then I kind of it's like I just can't dip out. But we ain't married, so it's like, it's like I'm gone then. I really don't. I don't like just like if I've already paid for some food, I can just dip. You know what I mean? I don't have to hang around. I feel like I'm froze.
No, you're
You're not.
clear.
Okay.
All right. Hey, listen, we got to hit the bottom of the hour. When we come back, Nikki, I got a question for you. When we come back. It's Queen3 and King podcast. I'm AJ Jones. I'm sitting in for King Dog. He's out covering the NHL playoffs. And if you got Laker jokes, tell it to God. We'll be right back right after this.
I just learned Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they'll automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right. Everything you earned, double. All the cash back from eating at your favorite soup dumpling restaurant, double. All the cash back from that trip where you sort of learned to snowboard, also double. And the best part, you don't have to do anything ridiculous to get it. Nope, Discover does it automatically. Seriously though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Are you looking for something to do on your lunch break? Well, there's a show on the BS3 network that has only 4 words to say to you.
We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all.
The Lunch Break with AJ, powered by JM&E. Live weekdays at noon Central.
Yeah, I'm glad you followed directions.
Man.
So glad you followed directions.
Anyway, a little show comes on Monday through Friday. We'll talk about that later. It's Queen3 and King podcast. We got the Queens, Mika B, Alicia Lee, Nicole Briscoe, and Mike, the comedian.
What up? It's good.
What's his name?
All right,
What's
y'all.
Mike's name?
Nicole, I got to come to you as a woman of. I mean, you seem pretty level-headed. You seem like you kind of like to keep peace. You seem like you just mature, right? Am I wrong?
Sometime I act mature.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the short side this time.
All right.
I'm going back as a woman. Could you look a man in the eye who you're dating, going with, whatever? Y'all ain't married, but this man done put your baby through college. This man done bought your baby cars. This man has been at every emotional event that her natural birth father was not at.
Right.
And you come to this, and your baby girl says, Mama, I don't want Mr. John to walk me down the aisle.
Not Mr. John.
Yeah.
You still calling him that?
What are you gonna say to your baby girl before you talk to your boo, Mr. John?
Me personally, if her dad was not in her life, and for instance, if she wasn't spending any quality time with her dad, if he wasn't providing for her at all, which because he should have been if he wasn't. So if with all those scenarios and stuff like that could have took place, I feel like I would have set her down and asked her, is what her reason was for wanting her biological dad, to walk her down the aisle, because maybe she felt like that would turn their relationship around, or maybe not. Maybe he would start being there for her if she let her walk her down the aisle. You just don't. There's just certain things that a girl wants. Because my dad wasn't in my life when I was growing up. When I was in fifth grade, that's when my parents got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
And from that time on, we never had a relationship with him or his family. They divorced us.
Mm.
So those are things that you got to look at, is that maybe she just really did want to have her dad there.
Mm-hmm.
She needed her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that was her way of feeling like that she could have that relationship with him. Once she allowed him to walk her down that aisle.
I'm feeling you on that. I'm feeling you on that. Lily, let me come around to you real quick. Your baby girl loves her daddy. She's a daddy's girl. And so I'm not speaking this, putting it in the atmosphere some kind of way. Y'all end up parting ways.
Mm-hmm.
And he drops off the face of the earth. So her first dance, he ain't there. Her first prom, he ain't there. Her first kiss, she ain't there. She starts a cycle. He ain't there. Just life happens. Every major event happens.
Mm-hmm.
Get booed up with somebody, and he's a good man. He taking care of your baby like she was his.
Mm-hmm.
And all your kids, no difference, no nothing. Don't do more for nobody than he does for you and your kids. And then all of a sudden, like Nicole says, your baby girl says, "But mama, maybe daddy will love me again if I let him walk me down the aisle." And there go Mr. Jesse. Mr. Jesse been there for every major event in her life. What are you going to say to your ex-husband and your baby girl?
Yeah, I think that it's a tough situation all the way around, because the guy that has stepped up and done for my daughter, all these years when he didn't have to, I would definitely want to respect him and her to pay some type of respect to him, for sure. So I think I'm kind of with Mika. Like, can we not come to an equal medium? He walk you halfway, stepdad walk you the rest of the way. And I also want to respect my kid too, because if I was ever in that situation, I wouldn't want my kid to think that I'm trying to stand in the way of her and her biological dad's relationship. I would never want her to resent me because of that. So that's one of those things where that's a sticky playground. Like, I don't know how I would really navigate that. Honestly, I would just try to be the best communicator, the best mediator I could between all three parties. And that's why I feel like this mother did not do.
I agree with that.
Totally did what daughter wanted to do and disregarded the man that she's been with, that's raised her child. She didn't even try to find some equal ground.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this conversation kind of takes a turn.
Yeah. Mika, I'm going to put you in a different position. Let me read this real quick. A deadbeat dad should feel embarrassed walking his daughter down the aisle because everyone at the wedding is talking about him and rolling their eyeballs.
Jeez.
That's auntie, right? Hey,
yeah.
Mika, you her best friend, the mama. And she like, girl, I don't know what I'm going to do. My daughter wants Ted to walk her down now. Not Ted. No, Ted. He wants Ted to walk her down now. Well, what about Mr. John? Mr. John been there all these years. What are you going to say to her? What would you say to the mama?
I'm kind of like Alicia. You need to be the mediator right there. You need to bring everybody to the table, the daughter, the stepdaddy, and the daddy, and say, this is what she wants. And as adults, we need to find a way to make it happen. Mm-hmm. The end. If we can't find a way to make it happen, I think that's on us. Like, I think communication is key here. And mama, stepdaddy, and daddy have not communicated. You can tell because he got on Facebook and had this whole rant. They haven't communicated about anything. He's been shocked. He's been put in a bad situation, not knowing that
Bamboozled.
Shock bamboozled straight.
Yeah.
But I think it's just about the communication. I think they need to all sit down. And I'm gonna tell her, you don't want your child to look back on her wedding day and be like, I really wanted this to happen. And she is resentful towards that.
I'm gonna say this. I understand, and ladies, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. The wedding is one of them days that you dream about, and you want what you want on your wedding day. But Mike, back me up on this. If you ain't got the money to pay for your own wedding, then all them wants and all them wishes and all of them dreams about, baby, you gotta take what I'm paying for, and that includes giving me a heads up if you've decided that you're going to give an honor to a person that does not deserve that honor. You can have what you want when you're paying for what you want. But this man deserves a whole lot more respect than he received. Come on.
Now,
man.
You're correct. Yeah. They did disrespect him.
Absolutely.
He is being disrespected. Absolutely. And he deserves more than what he's getting from that. Absolutely.
Let me say one more thing, and then I'm gonna hush and let y'all have it. If I find out that this was all fake and they just did it to stimulate what's that? I'm gonna do a flying kick dead in their back.
I did hear that it was fake and it was to create conversation.
Baby,
but it's a good discussion.
I'm gonna start the prison ministry because I'm visiting them, baby. I'm Jason.
Yeah, it is a good discussion, but
looking at me.
I just want to circle back, if I could, to that question earlier about being there for her.
Yeah.
During the cycle, that I'm supposed to be there for that, because I made a conscious. I said I would not be. I don't even plan on being in the country when that happens. Like, I'm really nervous about that. So are you saying I'm supposed to be here too?
Bro, let me tell you something. This is just real talk.
Yes, Daddy.
That baby girl, I'll never call her my stepdaughter. I wasn't raised that way. But that baby girl that I was there for a little time till she graduated, didn't get an invitation to graduate. When she started her cycle for the first time, I started my cycle. When she hurt, I hurt. Not when her mama said the baby cycle started, I went and laid down and needed some Midol and some.
What is that?
I was that in love with my baby, and my baby was hurting.
Oh, I thought it was like something you call it. Okay, I got you. I feel what you're saying. It was sympathy pains.
Yes.
Word. Okay. Well,
I'm just that kind of dad, man. I'm just let one of mine need something.
You can do it. You can do like my husband. He was like, I told him, he was like, well, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. Okay.
That's what I did. That's exactly that's why I was so like, you throwing me off, telling me I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah,
like, I thought we worked this out already.
His feelings was so hurt. His feelings was so hurt. He was like, you can take the lead on this one. I don't even know how to navigate that.
Bruh,
yeah, I don't know what to say.
At like 9, dog. I was like, 9.
My baby's no, stop it. My baby's 9.
I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just trying to prepare you, because one day it wasn't, the next day it was.
Mike. You need
hold the dog.
And now I still kind of feel a little misty-eyed about it, man. I need to call her now and say, baby, you remember when you had that first one? Look, when we had our first one.
I don't think she want to talk about it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't think she wants to.
But here's the thing, Mike, we the ones that go to the store in the middle of the night talking about, is these on sale? How much is these right here? Like,
yeah, I couldn't.
So I'll send you a picture real quick of what you need to get.
Right. I guess that picture
before. All the things that man did for this little girl, and now she's grown, and she got some jackleg, slewfoot joker walking her down the aisle.
Yeah. And I think that's the part that hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think also that little girl, I think I have sympathy for the girl, because
I do too.
It's just one of them things you're torn, because you're always going to want a relationship with your father.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Every girl is going to long for the relationship of her biological
100%.
father. 100%.
But wait, time out. And Nick, I'm gonna start with you. Where does the protective mother step in to say, baby, this man has broken your heart 58,000 times. You want to give him another opportunity with your wedding day? What if he didn't show up?
Right.
What if he showed
and
up
that could have
drunk?
happened too. But
Yeah.
with our situation, I didn't tell my daughter to have her bonus dad to walk her down the aisle.
I like that.
She
I like
asked him
Okay, I like that.
to walk her down the aisle.
I like that.
And told her biological dad that her bonus dad was going to walk her down the aisle, but that she would do a father daughter dance with both.
Okay.
So that's how she worked that out. But I didn't tell her to ask him. We were both shocked whenever she asked him to walk her down the aisle, because she says he's my dad. That's the only dad that he had, because her dad wasn't in her life.
Yeah, I feel that. Hold on, let's check on Weeda. Any of y'all got some extra medicine? Send that over to Weeda, because she, baby.
I don't. Damn.
Weeda.
I don't want to. But that's not everybody. Like I've known a lot of girls that be like, if my daddy would have just came through that one time, I'd have fixed everything. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted their dad to come through that one time. And it doesn't matter when it was. It could be just to pick you up for the weekend, what he said, or whatever. You just want to see that your dad is trying. And I think that when a girl is trying to mend that relationship, I have sympathy for that, because I know that's what she's longing for.
Yep.
I think I get what you're saying. I know I do. I get what you're saying, but I don't think we're really taking into account how dirty dog wrong this is to that man.
Oh, I 100% agree. Like
I get that she longs for a daddy. I wish he had been.
He does not. But I also think that he's in a messed up relationship, if I'm being completely honest, because they're not communicating. It looks like she's using him as the ATM to support her and her daughter.
Mike, read that.
That's what it sounds like.
Mike, read that.
Yeah. F that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say those words. You know, I still got that cloth.
Oh, I didn't know if y'all wanted me to say it or not. I don't know how.
Yeah, no,
I don't know how.
You said it. You read it. You read what was on there. You read.
Okay.
You read what was on there.
Good.
I'm just.
I'm trying to find out who this is.
Nikki, for me, the baby girl she was a baby girl. She at that moment, she wasn't a grown getting ready to get married. She was the little girl that longed for and missed her father.
Mm-hmm.
She clearly said something to her mother. I don't want to put all the blame on the mother, but the majority of it goes, for me, with the mother, because she didn't give the baby girl wise advice. She didn't handle it appropriately. She didn't run quarterback very well, because she just decided to run her own plays. And baby girl got what she wanted. Mama got what she wanted. But the man who's been there all this year,
right,
devastated.
He got the short end of the stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like that just speaks to the respect that they have from him. That's not the first time that they've disrespected him.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry. Like, we're not going to paint that story like that's been the first time that they've just disregarded his feelings. It's definitely been events to probably lead up into this huge event that happened in her life. And now it's just magnified because he's putting money out. Yeah. He's asking, can my friends come? And they like, no. Yeah. But
damn.
That's what happens when you decide to kind of be with that relationship that you should probably let go.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's important. I know it sounds shallow.
Mike,
it sounds shallow, but what's she look like? What's she looking like?
I'm with you now. I'm coming around. What does she look like?
What does she look like?
Just give out all your worldly possessions. You expense all your accounts just to make your whole family happy. And bro, they don't care whether you live or die.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly. But I mean, it's just. I think it is. I think it is important. You know what I mean? Like, for context, I just would like to know what she looks like. Because if if she is that bad, then it's like I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm like, all right, okay, I like it. I wouldn't do it, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like I at least want to get an understanding, because right now, if she don't look good, or she don't look that good, right? And then he's doing all this. What for what? Man, what are you doing? I mean, you talking about college, you talking about a whole wedding. The wedding
A car.
is 1 year a car. See, you ain't telling me about all that. A car.
Yeah.
For who? For oh man,
he just basically played the role of a father.
Right.
And didn't get the reward at the end.
But they let him too. They let him because
yes,
and that's my thing. You let him, but that also like I guess I have so many underlying questions, because I'm also like, what was their relationship like with the daughter and the boyfriend, the stepdad? Was he trying to buy her love? Where did they have a relationship? Like, it's so many.
And I hear questions. You. As soon as you put that ignition, that key in the ignition, and drive that thing out of the driveway, maybe I didn't buy your relationship, but you agreed to something. You agreed to something.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. As soon as you took that first class, and I couldn't get none of it, because Mike, for every day they in that class, you get less money.
Books too. Books.
When we hit zero and 40,000 was on the books, baby, I'm not trying to buy your love. I'm trying to buy your education. And
you took it. Did she graduate at least? I need to know. I feel like we don't know enough about what's going on.
But she don't seem like the brightest one out.
Touche. That is true. Yeah, she. So that's wasted. Wasted tuition. Wasted money for a wedding. I mean, dude, this is.
Well, actually in the video he said he was gonna pull the plug. He was bowing out monetarily. Like,
nah, he ain't. I don't believe that.
Check for him tomorrow.
Don't talk about that man like that, Mike.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, man. Like, dude, this is like they said. This is nothing new. This has happened before. So he's probably gonna bitch and moan about it. He's gonna be upset. But at the end of the day, guess what's gonna happen? He's still gonna, and that's on him. I mean, listen. So I don't know. I don't necessarily. I don't blame them. I don't know that I blame them, because people gonna do what you allow them to do.
Right.
And
you're right.
He's allowing it. So, hey, be a trick. I'm just saying. Just do.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
This is tickling me.
It ain't tricking if you got it. You see in the video, he was like, they can have it at my house. My house can hold 250 people. So it sounds like
hey, you got it.
I got it like that. So
yeah, okay.
So I'm just telling you now, if he was my homeboy, I'm like, bro, pull out.
Hello.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
You ain't even married her.
Like, for real, bro. I know, and I know that just because you don't have a piece of paper don't mean it wasn't a real relationship.
Right.
You know,
right.
My sister was with a dude for 18 years. They just got married like 2 months ago. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that that's my brother-in-law. That's my sister's husband. Yeah. That man has been to her and to her 3 boys what no other man has been. And from year 2, I start calling him brother-in-law, because you stick with my sister for 2 years, Doc. You a real one, G. You a real one.
But I also feel like in that relationship, I bet the boys respect him too.
Oh, absolutely. Ain't no doubt.
Right.
No doubt.
I feel like in this situation, there's no respect.
Their mother. There is no worry, no fear. And these are boys. These dudes will make people disappear if they do their mama wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
They dad, he knows. Don't talk to mama crazy. Y'all ain't married no more. She ain't got to listen to none of that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying we kind of touching on the marriage thing, but man, come on, it's 2023. Marriage is a piece of paper and a whole lot of work after that.
Yeah.
So if they did the work without the paper, I get it. But when you have situations like this, I mean, Nikki, you speak to it. If somebody did you like this, let's say the roles were reversed. You dating a guy long term, his son is about to get married to somebody, y'all decide you're gonna pay for the wedding, and he decides he wants his mother there in a prominent position that you should be in. You sticking with that dude, or what are y'all doing?
I don't know. That's kind of hard. I probably would be in my feelings about it. But at the same time, I would probably still let him make his own decision or her own decision, whoever it is.
Well,
because I can't hear you.
No, I was gonna say you got a level of maturity I don't have yet.
Yeah, I would just because every scenario, all these scenarios can go either way.
Somebody don't believe you.
Yeah, it could go either way, and it just depends because girls are a little bit. With girls really, and boys too, both boys and girls really need their dad. They really need their dad in their life, and not only just their mom, but their dad. So it affects people differently. Because I feel like with me not having my dad in my life, it affected me differently.
Yeah.
So I had a stepdad, but I didn't that took care of us and provided for us. And was blessed with that because he didn't have to do the things that he did.
Yeah. I mean,
but I'm just saying, it's everything is it's different scenarios that can play out with this stuff.
Yeah. You coming from a whole different perspective that I don't think a lot of people are even thinking about.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. That adds a different context. Because, like you said, you'd be in your feelings. I'd definitely be in mine. I'd be like, nah, nigga, nah. Hold on, wait, what? You say what? So, again, but let me go. Who's raw? Lee or Mika? Who's the rawest out of the two of y'all?
Alicia.
Lee. What? You got all the money in the family. Your husband is a bus driver, low level. First week on the job, and you done raised all his kids. You done put them through college. You done bought them all cars. And now it's time for one of them to get married, and you about to pay for the wedding, and you find out nothing that you wanted. None of the people that you wanted invited. You're not putting in a place of prominence. Ain't none of the ushers are gonna walk you in. You just gotta find a seat in the wedding that you paid for. What you say? Real talk.
I'm leaving him and Lil Ray Ray.
You've been there for 18 years.
I'm leaving him and Lil Ray Ray. Y'all can sit here right here by yourself and figure out their way.
Mika be right there with you. Mika be right. Y'all better not move. Out to 20. Don't nobody come outside before then.
No, but for real, like I would. My feelings definitely would be hurt. Like we would have to have a conversation. And I feel like that's what is owed to him. And I honestly feel he wouldn't even got on there and had this whole rant if it wasn't communicated from get. Like, this is what I want it to be. It sounds like they were doing a whole bunch of stuff behind his back.
Yeah.
And then just like one day, oh yeah, your people ain't invited. Oh, I found out my people aren't invited. Then her daddy showing up to the family dinner and she honoring her daddy. Like, what am I doing? Like, I think it was a whole lot at one time for anybody to be like, no, wait a minute. Like, y'all gonna have to put some respect on my name, but you can't say put some respect on my name that day if you haven't been saying it for the years prior.
He hasn't.
I'm sorry. Like, I feel like they're like it has to be something to where this is not their first rodeo, because even with the college thing, he dropping 40 grand for her to go to college.
But what would make him do that if him and the mom didn't have a good relationship?
Yeah.
But I think it's one of them things where the mom knows that he's going to do it. It might be the way, like Mike said, it might be the way she look. She might put
it's
it
gotta be
real good.
It's gotta be all that.
Mama had dirt under her fingernails. Mama had dirt under her nails from digging for that gold. Stop it.
Yeah.
I mean, she a gold digger.
Come on.
Yeah.
But
okay, we gotta.
Why would you put it on Facebook though? Why would you put yourself out there like that? He like being a duck.
Not find out this is fake. I better.
Yeah, he like being a duck. That's it.
Final remarks. Nikki, what you got to say? Final remarks.
Okay. first of all, I would like to say, I mean, in this situation, I think that none of us probably would really never know what we would do unless we're in that situation. When you're really in that situation. But me, myself, I don't know. I just don't think that what the mom did or the daughter did was right by using this man, because that's what it was. They used him for all that it was worth to them.
Facts.
So and anytime you do something like that, it's gonna come back on you even more. So that's my take on it, and I hope that whatever he was talking about, I hope it wasn't true. I hope it was just some kind of scenario that he was putting out there. But if it is, I pray that he don't let another woman use him, because if one woman used him, another one gonna use him.
Don't say that. Hold on.
What he say? Keep tricking.
See?
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Yes. And can I make one more announcement real quick?
Yes.
Many of y'all know that I have a nonprofit called Keegan's Place for mental illness, and I want to put together. We did the NAMI walk a couple of weeks ago, which was a success. We had a lot of fun, and this time we would like to go to the North Texas Food Bank here, and I think they're up here north now, like in the Allen or some area in here, in this area. But we would like to get a team together. If you guys would like to go and participate and go to the North Texas Food Bank with us, I'm going to reach out to them on tomorrow and see if there are any availabilities, because we used to do it all the time. Me and my kids would go and do it. So we're going to get a team together for Keegan's Place so that we can go up there and help, because a lot of people do not have food to eat.
Sure.
Don't have a roof over their heads. And I don't care what part of the Metroplex you live in, there's some homeless people that don't have a place to sleep or food to eat or a roof over their head. So I just want to if y'all can, I just ask everybody to please, because it could be one of us one day.
True.
So I just want you guys to just consider that. I know most of y'all don't live in the area, but those that do live in the area, if you want to participate and be a part of it, then I'll keep talking about it until we get the dates. But I really would like for everybody that can to do it, if they can at all. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on it.
That's good stuff.
And you feel so good once you leave that place after you've served needy families. So I would appreciate if everybody who would participate with us.
Keep putting the word out. And let us know about those dates, okay?
Okay, I sure will.
Lee, final remarks.
Well, be ye careful, guys. Just be ye careful when you're out in these streets dating and start taking care of them children. You better communicate with that spouse and make sure y'all have a clear line of communication and know what's about to go down at these major events, because you don't want to be bamboozled like homeboy was in the video. So, like I said, I feel like there's so many layers to this conversation and so many different ways the conversation can go. But like I said, all I can say is be ye careful. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
No, thanks for having me.
AJ, thank you yet again for leading us along the way. Yay, bye-bye. We appreciate you.
Y'all did better this week. Y'all didn't get roasted this week like y'all did last week. With your old self, what you got?
Thank you, Lord.
My homeboy feelings. What you got?
I would say, to this situation, two things can be true at the same time.
True.
He was disrespected, but he also allowed it. So I see where he was coming from. But like Alicia says, communication saves the nation, right? Sit down, talk about it, see what's going on, because you want to be able to come out and everybody had, everybody's not gonna be happy, but see if everybody can be satisfied in some type of way. And
it's such a big day.
You say what?
I said it's such a big day. Like how
I don't ruin her day. And to Mike, I'm so excited about your show tomorrow. You got to tell us about it.
My show? Oh, yeah.
And to
Okay.
AJ, thank you for leading the way again. Salute.
Mike, tell us about it, bro. Final remarks.
And plug in what you have going on this week, Mike. All that good
Okay. Well, as far as listen, social media, we got to stop putting ourselves out there. This is just getting ridiculous.
Right.
No, if you're gonna do duckish shit, don't tell everybody. Keep it to yourself. You don't have to let everybody know how dumb you are. Anyways, thank y'all for having me again. I always love joining y'all.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. This weekend I am at the Louisville. I'm in Louisville. Oh, the Comedy Club in Louisville. I don't know why I think I'm another club. Louisville Comedy Club this weekend, Friday through Sunday. 5 shows with Godfrey. So yeah. In the area.
Ooh,
Come
5
through.
shows.
That's
Come
awesome.
on.
Right.
And I heard my brother gonna be down there with you.
Yeah. We're gonna keep.
I need y'all to behave.
Yeah. That's what I do. I don't know what he does. I don't know.
Tell y'all, I said that about you, Mike. I said, Mike, what he doing? Yes.
Yeah, I don't do. I cheer.
Keep him lifted, y'all.
Absolutely, always.
Your brother gonna be fine. Mike, I appreciate you, brother. It was good having you on. Queen,
appreciate you.
Always a pleasure. I look forward to rocking with y'all. So, NHL, y'all keep playing. Dallas, y'all keep winning. So I keep hanging out with the Queen.
It's looking kind of for them.
Iffy.
They might be going to Cancun with the Lakers.
Punch me dead in my gut. I wasn't even ready.
I had to.
You're like a fan?
Sorry about that. I go way back, Mike. I go back to Storm and Norman Nixon. So I was.
Oh wow, you're a huge Laker fan.
So yeah, I'm certified.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan myself. I just like the color of his hat. But yeah, so sorry about that.
I'll say this. I don't care if you stepdad, stepmama, stepson, stepdaughter. I don't like the word step. You family.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody steps into a role and treats you like their own, consider their feelings like you would consider somebody in your family.
Mm-hmm. So true.
And communicate.
Please.
Talk to somebody,
Okay.
man. If you bad enough to make the decision to do something like that, you ought to be bad enough to let somebody know that's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope this is real. I know, Nikki, I think you said, I hope it's not. So he don't be out there like, I hope it's real, because I don't want folks just making stuff up that gets me all excited and all that.
Well, some of them out there doing it.
And I'm excited.
Right.
Well, even if it is made up, you know that it's somewhere this is actually happening. So
Yeah.
He took Mike's advice and didn't put it on social media. So
Yeah, that's cool. Just be a duck.
Out there, brothers who paying for tuition and weddings and don't get to walk us down the aisle.
Yeah.
Call us. Me and Mike.
Ducks. All ducks.
$40,000.
All right, y'all. Listen, we got to get ready to go. Again, hopefully we'll see y'all next Tuesday night with another fire show on none other than Queen3 and King podcast.
We out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bro, bring the hook in. Queen3 and King, we the team. It's going down. We the talk of the town. It's going down. We royalty, wear our crowns. It's going down. Tune in now. It's going down. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. It's going down. We just hit you with another one. Tune in now. We just hit you with another one. It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King. It's Queen3 and King.